Personal share. A finish line finally arrives after the surrender. By me, Lisa Espinosa. Beloved helpers, as many of you know, my husband Greg was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in October of 2024. We had just completed a beautiful year in Mexico after relocating from Chicago, and we were so excited to continue building our life here. And then cancer. Greg has always been incredibly healthy, so this diagnosis came as a complete shock. Last year stretched me in ways I could have never expected. Walking alongside Greg through chemotherapy, a stem cell transplant, and intense side effects, all while living in a city where we have no family and only new, still forming friendships. And yet alongside the challenge, there was so much life. My oldest daughter got married, and Greg and I were there together to celebrate her. We laughed, we found joy, we kept living, and something in me became very clear. This was not the year to withdraw. This was the year to lean in, to serve more, to love more, to show up more fully. And I did. My work expanded in ways it never had before. As this year began, I thought we were moving into a season of more ease. Greg was finally transitioning into the maintenance phase of treatment, something we had been waiting for since this past October. It meant chemo once a month instead of 3 times. It felt like we were approaching a new rhythm, but that's not what unfolded. In January, Greg needed oral surgery due to a difficult side effect from one of the medications. The recovery was intense. In February, he developed a strange infection that doctors struggled to diagnose. It was scary and uncertain. And I found myself in a different kind of difficulty than the year before. Last year was hard, but I expected it to be. This time, I thought it would be easier, and when it wasn't, it shook me. We were eventually given the green light to travel, and we planned a much-needed trip to Playa del Carmen and Chichen Itza. Then, last week, Greg badly sprained his ankle. And while I know a sprained ankle is small compared to cancer, it sent me into a surprisingly deep spiral. Greg and I love exploring on foot, walking, wandering, discovering places together. The thought that we wouldn't be able to do that broke something open in me. None of my usual mindset tools were helping. All I could feel was, every time we get close to a finish line, it moves. So I let myself feel it. The grief, the frustration, the exhaustion. I prayed. I asked Mother Mary to hold me in it. And underneath it all, I uncovered a fear I hadn't fully seen before. What if I'm not meant for happiness? What if my life is just one challenge after another? What if I'm not supported by God, by life, by my soul? It sounds dramatic to share out loud, but it was there. When I shared this with my coach, she gently said, "Okay, let's go there. What if that were true?" And something unexpected happened. When I stopped resisting the thought, my deeper truth rose up so clearly. That's not true. You are meant for happiness. You already have so much of it. And my mind began offering me evidence, real, grounded evidence. The heaviness lifted. The circumstances hadn't changed, but I had shifted. I came back to the knowing that whatever arises, my soul is bigger than any circumstance. Then this past Monday, Greg and I went to another doctor's appointment. We've had so many of these. And this time, I was genuinely in acceptance. I had fully accepted that maybe the maintenance phase wouldn't happen yet. Maybe there would be more treatment ahead. I was ready, truly. I trusted that whatever came, we would meet it. And then the doctor said something we did not expect. Greg is doing great. He's in remission. Not only that, the doctor recommended beginning the maintenance phase with the least invasive option, 1 pill a day taken at home. No more chemo visits. He'll continue to be monitored every 2 months, and of course anything could change. But for now, we crossed a finish line. The best way I can describe it is this. I felt like I was prepared to run a marathon I wasn't sure would ever end. And just as I was getting ready to keep going, someone placed a trophy in my hands. Since that moment, my body feels lighter, and as if I had been carrying invisible weights on my wrists and ankles for so long that I forgot they were even there. Those weights made me stronger, and now they're gone, and that feels good too. I know there isn't truly a finish line while we're in this human life, but this one matters. This one is worth celebrating. So wherever you are right now, in the middle of something hard, on the other side of something transformative, or as is often the case, navigating many things at once, you are not alone. Let yourself feel what you feel. Come back to your soul. This is deepening your medicine in ways you may not even fully see yet. With so much love, Lisa. P.S. Greg and I are going on our trip next week. His ankle is still recovering, but we're going on our magical vacation, and I know that we're going to have an amazing, amazing time. Thank you for all of the beautiful blessings and healing vibes you've sent our way.